Most likely, if you've put up bird feeders, you've battled with squirrels. These little guys come through and eat tons of the food meant for birds, but most of them are incredibly crafty and acrobatic, so it is pretty difficult to keep them away. Although, there are a few things that may discourage them from visiting your feeders. The first thing you can do to stop squirrel birdseed thefts is put up squirrel baffles. Squirrel baffles are usually made of steel or plastic and wrap around whatever pole your feeders are on. These help stop squirrels if they are climbing your poles, since they are not able to climb around the baffle. Squirrels can jump up to 4 feet in the air, so be sure that the baffle is high enough up on the pole so that the squirrel cannot just jump over it. There are many different shapes you can find, including cones, inverted bowls, and torpedo. These different shapes allow you to block many squirrels, and if one shape does not stop them, you could try another to mix it up. I will put some links down in the description for all these different shapes of squirrel baffles if you want to purchase some. Another thing you can buy is a squirrel-proof bird feeder. The first type of squirrel-proof bird feeder is a weight-sensitive feeder. These have perches which allow the light weight of birds, but the second a heavy squirrel sets foot on the feeder, the holes from which the seed dispenses is covered, blocking the squirrel from stealing any. The second type is a bird feeder with a cage around it. This thwarts squirrels' attempts to steal the bird food, although the cage may be too small to allow some larger songbirds, but most birds fit. The last and probably the most entertaining is a spinning feeder. This one's pretty self-explanatory. A heavy squirrel sets foot on the feeder and whoosh! It starts spinning until the weight is removed. Once again, I will leave links in the description to some of the types of feeders mentioned above. So, if new feeders or pole modifications don't work, you could try changing up what seed you feed. Squirrels go crazy over most nuts, seeds, and fruits offered at feeders, but luckily there are a few types of seeds that squirrels hate, but birds enjoy. These include Niger, safflower, and white millet. As well as discouraging squirrels, some of the seeds mentioned also discourage larger birds, which may take over feeders, such as grackles or starlings. That's an awesome seed. The fourth way is also food related. Some birds that don't enjoy the smaller seed, such as millet, Niger, and safflower, may ignore your feeder if you start only feeding those. To help avoid this, you could get hot pepper bird food. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. When you eat a hot pepper, your mouth feels, well, hot. This is called by a compound found in all hot peppers called capsaicin. But there's a catch. It only affects mammals, so therefore it would only affect squirrels, and the birds would have no problem with it. Many birds' food stores have started making bird seed and suet with capsaicin as a coating or a mix-in to help deter squirrels. These feeds have been used for years, and ornithologists and birders have never witnessed any negative effects on birds. In fact, they don't even seem to care. This is probably the best squirrel deterrent, as they won't even touch anything with capsaicin in it. All it takes is one sniff and they're out of there. If you are interested in some of this hot pepper bird food, then you can find the link you guessed down in the description. Okay, so we're giving the squirrels such a hard time for trying to steal our birdseed, but in truth, they're just trying to get a meal too. So, to keep them away from your bird feeders, you could also put out a squirrel feeder full of their favorite nuts and seeds, such as peanuts and sunflower seeds. This feeder would help distract the bushy bandits from frightening the birds away, as well as giving them a meal of their own. It's a win-win situation. Well, those are all the ways of deterring squirrels that we will be discussing in this video. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when I release a new video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on Bird Nerd.